What's the general sentiment of filmmakers towards the reviews that you've done on their films?
Just like I explained about evolution, the introduction of film criticism is also part of the evolution. So not everybody is acceptable or is comfortable with the idea of having independent critics coming in to speak about their films. I personally have experienced a lot of hostility from filmmakers, especially those who are yet to understand the need for criticism in our industry. There have been situations where I've had calls in the middle of the night where people would be like, you wrote this and this about my film. I'm going to make sure you don't ever write anything about the film again, or I'm going to make sure you don't come to my premiere again, or anything of that sort. I've had situations where I've actually met with filmmakers and they're like, oh, you wrote that about my film. Now say it in my face. And I'm like, yeah, of course I can say it in your face because it's the truth. It's the way I feel about your film. It doesn't take away the work you put into the film. At the end of the day, I exist as a critic to help you do better. You could be an average, but with my criticism, you could be more than average. You could be better than average. So yes, I've had hostile relationships. There are some filmmakers who do not want me at their premieres, and there are some I wouldn't want to go to their premieres anymore now because I feel they do not respect or appreciate the work I do or my contribution to the industry. So it's a hate or a love kind of relationship in general. There are also some filmmakers who have been very supportive or understand the idea of having independent critics speaking about their film. So they do their best to try and get to you on the same page. For most of them, their biggest qualm is the fact that I'm not a film graduate. I didn't go to film school. So they make the argument that I cannot speak about film. But I've taken the time to learn film. Even though I don't have a degree or whatever in filmmaking, I've taken the time to understand film. I know the work that goes into making film. So I'm able to speak better because I understand the filmmaker and I understand the audience. So I give a taste of both worlds in my review. For some filmmakers who are more positive about what I do, they take the time to also contribute to my reviews by further explaining what I try to put across, or taking the time to clarify what they also try to put across with the film. I keep maintaining, we need to have conversations about film because that is what film is. Film is art. Art does not exist in a vacuum. Art exists to be spoken about. There are going to always be varying sides to any work of art. There are going to be people who are for or against that particular work of art. And it's always good for those two perspectives to meet in the middle and have a conversation because it better the art. It creates value for the art. So I take all the negative energy and the positive energy I get from industry people to more or less shape and better equip myself for what I do because I believe I'm contributing to the growth of the industry regardless of how anyone might feel personally about it. Yeah.